She finished her night shift. The Navy SEALs showed up at her door. I had barely turned the key when I felt it, a presence behind me. Not the type you imagine when walking home after a night shift, but the type that freezes bone before your mind catches up. 3 silhouettes stood at the end of the hallway. Tall, unmoving, deliberate. My tired eyes blinked once, twice. Then one of them stepped forward. "Ma'am," the man said. Not casually, not respectfully, but with the kind of acknowledgement soldiers reserve only for someone who outranks them or someone whose existence threatens everything. I swallowed the shaking in my throat. "I think you have the wrong apartment," I whispered. The tallest one shook his head slowly, like he had been preparing for this moment long before I even unlocked my door. "No, ma'am," he said. "Your shift ended 20 minutes ago, and you need to come with us. Now." The hallway seemed to stretch, sliding farther away from me with every heartbeat. My badge was still dangling from my neck. My scrubs still smelled of antiseptic and bleach. I hadn't even removed my gloves from my pocket yet. The man's voice softened. "We found something," he said, "and it concerns you." My chest tightened. I didn't know why, but I knew exactly what he meant. Not what he found, what I had been running from. "Please open the door, ma'am," he said. "It's safer if we talk inside." So I opened it and stepped into the night I had been avoiding for years. They entered my living room like ghosts. No footsteps, no hesitation, no wasted movements. They scanned everything, the photos, the shelf, the window locks, with the precision of men who had lived their lives expecting bullets from behind curtains. The leader placed a sealed black folder on my table. "You treated someone tonight," he said. My heart clenched. So that's what this was. The man from Trauma Room 3, the one brought in barely breathing, covered in blood, no ID, and a single handwritten note in his pocket. "Don't let them know I'm alive." I had lied on the chart, changed the timestamp, hidden the note. I thought I was helping a stranger, but strangers don't bring SEALs to your door at 3 a.m. I sat down slowly. My fingers dug into my knees. "What happened to him?" I asked. They didn't respond. Instead, the leader opened the folder and slid a single photo toward me. The same man, but not dying, not bleeding, smiling, wearing a uniform, and standing beside a woman. Me. Except the photo wasn't real. Couldn't be real. I felt the blood drain from my face. "I've never met him," I whispered. "That's what we're here to verify," he replied. The room shrank. My breathing thinned. The memory replayed in my mind, uninvited. His voice trembling, his eyes begging. His last words before anesthesia took him, "Tell her I'm sorry." I thought he was delirious, talking about a wife, a sister, a lover. I didn't know he meant me. Or maybe he didn't. But the SEALs believed he did. "You're connected to him," the leader said, "whether you know it or not." They didn't arrest me. They didn't question me. Not immediately. They watched, silent, patient, calculating, like they were waiting for me to reveal something I didn't even know was inside me. The leader finally spoke. He woke up. My breath hitched. He asked for you by name. My name. Not my title. Not nurse. My name. He said you were the only person he trusted, the leader continued, and that if anything happened to him again, you'd know why. I closed my eyes. None of it made sense. "Why would a special operations officer know me?" I whispered. The leader's gaze didn't waver. "You tell us." I thought of the tattoo on the patient's shoulder, a symbol I'd seen only once before, on the arm of the man I used to love, the man who vanished without warning. No goodbye, no explanation, just disappeared. My pulse stumbled. The SEALs noticed. The tallest one stepped forward. "Ma'am, do you have a history with Lieutenant Caswell?" I forced my face blank. "No." "Are you certain?" "Yes." Lieutenant Caswell. The name screeped against old grief, old anger, old betrayal. But I couldn't let them see that. Not yet. Because something was wrong. Terribly, carefully wrong. If they were here, he wasn't the patient I treated. He was the piece of a puzzle they wanted to fit around me. A test, a trap, a line drawn in silence. I stood slowly. "Tell me what he said," I demanded. The leader exchanged a glance with his men. A silent conversation, a decision. "He said," the leader began, "that you hid something for him years ago. Something he shouldn't have trusted you with." My throat closed. A memory. Stabbed through. Caswell handing me a sealed flash drive, telling me it was just photos, telling me not to open it, telling me he'd come back for it. He never did, and I never looked. Until last night, when loneliness outweighed caution, when curiosity outweighed fear. I had plugged it in, and what I saw, classified documents, coordinates, coded messages, and a video of Caswell saying my name, had shattered my sleep for the rest of the night. The SEALs watched my face carefully. They knew. They already knew. The leader slid another photo across my table. This one was worse. Much worse. It was a screenshot of my laptop, the exact moment the flash drive opened. My hand. My screen. My face reflected in the monitor. "You were monitored," he said quietly. "For your safety." That was a lie. A professional lie. But a lie. "You knew he left it with me," I whispered. "Yes." "And you waited." "Yes." "For what?" "For you to open it." I felt like the floor had tilted beneath me. "Why?" I muttered. The leader leaned closer. Slowly. Deliberately. As if closing a coffin lid. "Because he didn't trust us," he said. "He only trusted you." "What's on the drive?" I asked. "Proof," he answered. "That he wasn't the traitor we believed he was." My skin turned cold. Caswell. A traitor. The man who kissed me like promises, who left me like a ghost. A traitor. "And now," I whispered. "Now he's missing," he said. "And you were the last person connected to him." I felt my heart beat slow. Not from fear. From clarity. This wasn't about me opening the drive. This wasn't about Caswell waking up. This was about leverage. They needed the last person he cared about to draw him out. I was bait. The realization settled into my bones like winter frost. "So what happens now?" I asked. The leader didn't blink. "You're coming with us," he said. "Voluntarily. And if I refuse..." The second SEAL placed a small device on my table. A tracker. Already activated. "You won't," he said. They thought I was trembling. Breaking. Cornered. They didn't know me at all. I walked to my bedroom quietly. Opened the drawer. Pulled out the flash drive. When I returned, all 3 SEALs tensed. The leader held out his hand. I didn't give it to him. Instead, I plugged it into my TV. The screen flickered. Loaded. Displayed the video I had watched last night. Caswell's face filled the screen. Tired. Bruised. Eyes burning with fear he never showed me. "If you're seeing this," he said. "They found me." The SEAL stiffened. "Don't trust anyone wearing my uniform." His voice continued. "Not until you know the truth." The leader stepped forward. "Turn that off." "No," I said. My voice was steady. Caswell's voice deepened. "Someone in my unit sold us out. Someone feeding intel. If they come for her, tell her I'm sorry." The room suffocated. "And tell her," he whispered, "that I should have stayed." The video ended. Silence swallowed everything. The leader exhaled slowly. "So he told you?" "No," I said. "He told you. You just didn't want to hear it." The SEAL's jaw tightened. They weren't here to protect me. They were here to bury him. And I was the last loose thread. I unplugged the drive and slid it into my pocket. "I'm not going anywhere with you," I said. 3 men. Drained. Armed. Silent. Then the leader said the one thing he shouldn't have. "You don't have a choice, ma'am." I smiled. Cold. Tired. Final. "You're wrong." I walked past them. Opened my door. Looked back once. "You're not the only ones who saw that video," I said softly. "I sent it to 3 people before you arrived." A lie, but a necessary one. All 3 men froze. The leader's voice cracked. Just slightly. "Who?" he demanded. "You'll find out," I whispered. Then I closed the door between us. For a long moment, I leaned against it, listening to their breathing on the other side. Then footsteps. Tense. Uncoordinated. Leaving. Like men who had just realized they weren't hunters, but prey. I walked to my window. Watched their black SUV disappear into the streetlights. Only then did I let myself breathe. Caswell was alive. Somewhere. Running.
bleeding, hiding, and because of tonight, they would chase him harder. Maybe he deserved it. Maybe he didn't. But one thing was clear. Whatever he thought I was, an ally, a lover, a memory, I wasn't anymore. He left me with ghosts, with fear, with years of silence. Now I left him with something too. A truth he could never outrun. I wasn't waiting for him anymore. And when the world finally caught up to him, when the seals, the agency, whoever hunted him finally cornered him, he would realize the coldest truth of all. The person he trusted most was the one who walked away.